In the news this week, the long-awaited ruling on Asher's Baking Company will be given in Belfast on Monday. The government has stood by its controversial out-of-school settings plans. And church leaders urge the Church of England to stick to the Bible's teaching on marriage. Hello. Asher's Baking Company's appeal ruling will be handed down on Monday, the 24th of October, at the Court of Appeal in Belfast. The MacArthur family, who own and run Asher's, are contesting an earlier ruling which said they broke the law by declining to decorate a cake with the pro-gay marriage campaign slogan. The Institute's Deputy Director for Public Affairs, Simon Calvert, highlighted that the ruling will have far-reaching implications. Around the world, those who are concerned for free speech will be paying close attention to the judgment of the Belfast court. The case may centre around a single cake, but the ramifications for the way society deals with dissenters are enormous. The Institute is backing the case, which demonstrates the need to reasonably accommodate family-run businesses with firmly held beliefs. To learn more and stay informed, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or visit the Asher's page on our website. The government is to push ahead with its plans to give schools regulator Ofsted the power to investigate church youth groups. Ministers have announced that they will set out next steps for proposals to register and inspect all out-of-school settings. The plans, which are part of the government's wider counter-extremism strategy, have provoked fierce criticism from various groups and MPs. During a parliamentary debate in May, Tory backbencher Sir Gerald Howarth said regulating groups such as Sunday schools is clearly absurd. It would place a huge administrative burden on such groups, would severely damage volunteering, and would be a serious infringement of personal liberty and freedom of association. The Christian Institute's director Colin Hart has called the out-of-school settings plans an unprecedented attack on religious freedom. A heterosexual couple has entered into a formal civil partnership for the first time in the British Isles. Kieran Hodgson and Adeline Cosson held a ceremony in Douglas on the Isle of Man, which legalised heterosexual civil partnerships in summer this year. In the UK, a heterosexual couple lost in their bid to enter a civil partnership after a legal challenge at London's High Court in January. Charles Keaton and Rebecca Steinfeld claimed that their human rights were being breached. But in a written judgment, Mrs. Justice Andrews said that the fact that homosexual couples have two options does not impinge upon the rights of heterosexuals. They will appear at the Court of Appeal in November to contest the decision. Deputy Director of the Christian Institute, Simon Calvert, stressed that heterosexual civil partnerships undermine marriage.
Well, the problem with heterosexual civil partnerships is it's very much a low commitment alternative to marriage. It's kind of a marriage light. You don't have to pledge to stay together for life like you do in a marriage. It's easier to get out of a civil partnership. It's frankly pretty unromantic. So we can only hope for everybody's sake that this campaign to try and bring in heterosexual civil partnerships in the UK fails.
And finally, Church of England bishops have been warned not to change their teaching on same-sex relationships in a letter from evangelical leaders. It comes ahead of a likely debate at the next General Synod over blessings for gay couples. The letter states that the Bible is clear. God has given marriage between a man and a woman as the only context for a sexual relationship. Any change in the Church's teaching or practice would represent a significant departure from our apostolic inheritance and the authority of the Bible in matters of faith and doctrine. Leaders of influential Anglican groups, GAFCON and Global South, have also released a statement which criticised the Church of England. It said, the Church cannot condone same-sex unions as a form of behaviour acceptable to God, and that it should stick to historic Anglican teaching. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.